All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How's everybody doing this evening? It is Friday. Freaking time is just absolutely going by ridiculously fast. I can't believe we're into April already. So, anyway, um, before we get started on this tonight, and I hope you guys like the title. Some of you will know the meaning of the title, some of you will not get it, but it was kind of a joke and not a joke at the same time. But we're going to get into things in a minute. Okay. So, but before we get started, if we have any interruptions with the stream or any issues with that at all, I will get right back on as soon as I possibly can. So, just letting you know that last three streams we've had problems. Okay, but hopefully we don't have any tonight. So we'll see how it goes. But so there's that. But a lot of times if I get knocked off, a lot of people do not get notifications. So just so you know, if you don't get a notification, just look for me. I will be back on. All right. Secondly, I would like to remind everybody that this is a very family friendly oriented channel. I would ask everybody to please be decent and not be nasty in the chat, no racism, anything like that, because it's not going to be tolerated. So, just be decent. And if you don't know how to follow those simple rules, which are simple as far as I'm concerned, the awesome moderators that you see lit up in blue will boot you out of here. Okay. So, hey, everybody. I hope I don't fall asleep midway through. LOL. Almost did 10 minutes ago. Julie, come on now, Julie. Don't be falling asleep already. Hopefully, we'll keep it interesting enough that you won't fall asleep. All right. So, all right. Couple things. There's a lot that I want to talk about tonight, but I want to start off. Well, first of all, yes, obviously Easter is coming up here, so I want to wish everybody happy Easter. Obviously I will see you guys Easter Sunday anyway, and we'll do a stream Easter Sunday. But I hope everybody's enjoying that. I know it's Good Friday for all the Catholic followers out there. Um, hey, Ed, looking good. Weight loss is showing big time. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And I feel like I'm thinner in the face anyway. Got a ways to go, but we'll get there. All right, so I want to talk about this to start out with, okay? And I think this part of it's well, it's all important, but I think this is really important, okay? Uh, there is such an agenda out there right now to divide us all, everybody, for different reasons. Be it political reasons, be it religious reasons, to be it race reasons, to be it, anti or positive for it, that reason as well. And, it has been really pushed out there to turn us all against each other. And I just, with everything that is going on, I want us to really try to focus on the fact that we're being played, unbelievably played, and we continue to fall for it. And it's just the next thing. And I'm going to tell you what, they're brilliant. They are absolutely brilliant in the propaganda machine that they use with what they try to do. Psychologically working on people to repeat their mantra. Realistically, these young kids today, they have no idea, no idea. With history, they don't pay attention to it. They've never, even if you go back and you follow from Nazi Germany and all that with what happened then, they don't think about that. It doesn't affect them. They don't pay attention. You know, what if you ask them about Nazi Germany? Well, the Nazis were bad, and they killed 6 million Jews, and that's all you're going to hear about. You're not going to hear about the political prisoners. You're not going to hear about the gypsies. You're not going to hear about the Jehovah Witnesses. You're not going to hear about the homosexuals. You're the people that also didn't agree with what they were doing. They shut them up, they locked them down, and they killed these people. Okay, so everybody always hears about the Jewish folks, but nobody really hears about the rest of it because that's not part of the propaganda machine. They don't want you to hear that. And so, with what is going on now with what they're playing, this latest game, it is just, it's another step in that whole thing. And it's just, it's amazing to me how quickly the masses, if you will go along, do as they're told, not make any kind of waves. They don't want to cause trouble. They don't want to have anybody say anything to them and all those type of things. And it's insane. It is insane to watch it, to see how people react. And I can't believe it. Uh, so here's one of the latest things too. Let's talk about this really, really quickly. My brothers and sisters up in Canada, you guys are facing another lockdown for what, another month? Okay. Uh, I want you to think about the reasons behind what they're doing. Let's talk about that realistically. Okay. There's a narrative being pushed, there's fear being pushed. So as long as they can continue to push that, it's going to get there's several tactics being used. So fear is one of them. Okay. To get you to comply. That's what part of it is to get you to comply, to get you to do what you're told. So they use fear, and then they use bullying tactics, and then they use restriction tactics on top of that. And so what I find unbelievable, you know, yeah, Canada has camps. I heard about that, Teresa. I did hear about that. Yeah, that if you get it, they're going to put you in these camps. Now again, and here's the things that I find amazing. Okay, people get sick every day. When I had the conversation the other day with my son Joshua, and so I said to him, I go, well, what happened to the flu this year? And and this was his logic with the flu, because obviously the flu numbers are not anywhere near what they normally are. You get down and do not start. No, you were just outside. We're not doing it tonight, so stop. Sorry, have to scold my child. So anyway, Bundy in Idaho is going through hell. Look up Northern Idaho. All right. Well, thank you. I definitely will get off that bed. It's freaking dog. We're not. Go lay down and stop. No. Unbelievable. Now, I took this dog out less than an hour ago. She went to the toilet. I waited and waited and waited to see if she was going to go, number two, and she didn't. And now she wants to go out and do number two. Why? Are you naughty? All right, guys, I'm sorry. I don't want my dog crapping in the house tonight. So give me just a moment, and I will be right back. Hopefully she's going to go. Please just give me a moment. I apologize. I'll be right back. Let's go. Let's hurry up. Come on. Come on. You better go. I'm telling you right now. You better go. Go on. Get in. Come on. Come on, Mom. Okay, watch out now. Sorry about that. She just peed again, so I guess that was all we had to do. Having animals is actually worse than having children. It really is, because at least with kids you can go, shut up. Dogs, they don't care. They're like, no, I really got to do this now. So she's an awesome dog, though. She really is. She will be 6 months on the 6th. 6 months on the 6th. So uh all right. So let's get back into stuff here. I'm sorry. All right. Uh yeah, Pavian conditioning, so we follow whatever stupid order they give us, regardless of how stupid. Ken Craig just said that. I agree 100%. It's absolutely conditioning, programming to get you to comply, to get you to behave. Don't make any waves. Do as you're told. And it is amazing to me. It really is. I'm going to tell you what. I almost like today when I talked in my earlier video with having to get the new modem. And this guy is behind a plexiglass thing with a mask on, and then tells me he won't wait on me unless I have a mask on. I should have flipped out, is what I should have done. But I really just wanted to get the modem, because I was in there for 2 minutes, realistically. That was it. And it was so ridiculous. But the thing was, I need to have the modem so I can make videos and get videos up and all that type of stuff. So it was just, it was maddening. And like literally, he handed me the modem, and I went just like this, and I pulled that freaking mask right off. But again, I'm getting to a point now, because I pretty much can go where I want to go and I don't wear it. I generally go to the same places and the people know who I am and they don't even give me a hard time about it, to be honest with you. I go to Wegmans as well. I go to Tops, which are two of the grocery stores up here. One of the guys in the comments had said that his daughter, or I think it was his daughter, worked at the Tops, not Tops, I mean Wegmans and Hornell. I've been to that store many times, and again, I just, I don't wear the mask, but you know, it's amazing to me, like listening to my stepson. Hey, stop! Don't even start now. That is enough. No, go lay down. I've had enough. That's enough. So, but listening to like my stepson, and look, so I was talking about the flu. And he was saying, well, the flu comes up from the south and it travels from the south to the north. And because we haven't had the travel this year, that's why we haven't, had the flu. People are still traveling. So, that's not, but this is what, New York is now mandating the passport. Yes, they're doing it. So what they're doing it for, JJ, I'll tell you in a second, but let me just finish what I'm saying. Okay. So, the logic from him is, because they're explaining away why we haven't had the average 60,000 flu deaths that we normally have every year, right? He's explaining that away because people aren't traveling and stuff like that, and all this type of stuff, which is absolute hogwash. The flu's been around forever, and if we were so concerned, other than them pushing the, for the flu, all these years, right? And I always loved it too, because it's like, well, they're guessing on what the strain will be next year. And so that's what, it's for. And it had like a 10% efficiency rate, but people just lined up like sheep to get that too, unbelievably so. But anyway, when you have those type of things happening, again, there's a tremendous amount of manipulation with this whole thing. But going back to New York State with making it mandatory for the card, what they're doing is, for right now, it's like sporting events. So like, let's say, okay, so the Yankees had opening day yesterday. So if you were one of the people that wanted to go to Yankee Stadium yesterday and see the Yankees play, either you had to have that passport that they're now making mandatory in New York for going to sporting events and those type of things. You either had to have that, or you had to have proof that you had a negative test within the last week or something like that. So that's what they're doing. So they're doing it is for sporting events and those type of things for right now. But again, could that expand? Could that become more things? It absolutely could. And it's just, like I said, to me, when I see that, your papers to prove what you have done, that you have complied, that you're a good sheep and that you're behaving and doing as you're told, those are things that, I think it's insane. I think it's absolutely insane because, again, it's Nazi Germany all over again, all over again. So, but, so that's, yeah, it's, but I did see down in Florida that they have absolutely put in legislation down there that they're not going to allow it at all, which I think is great. Again, it's just one of those things that you're going to have to deal with for right now. We're going to have to see how far they're going to take it, because here's the thing: is with people, you give them an inch and they'll try to take a mile, and that's what's happening here. They got you to comply, to do as you're told, to live in fear, to hide in your house, not do anything, not go anywhere. But here's the thing with that, which I think is funny. So all these things were happening, all this fear was going on, and all these horrible things, right? And all these people are supposedly dying in droves, but yet the numbers still kept going up, with everybody hiding in their homes and not going out and not living their lives. So explain that to me, right? What happened in the nursing homes? I want to touch on this topic a little bit today, because actually today, unfortunately, my sister Margie, which some of you have seen her on video before, her mother passed away today. Her mother was 94, and she's been going downhill, and they had recently put her on comfort care, and she did pass away today. Okay, uh, you know what that poor woman went through in the last year of her life. And I want you to think about this, okay? I want you to think about this. You are in a nursing facility. Let's say you're in this nursing facility, and the only thing you have to look forward to, because realistically, I want you to think about this, okay? I've worked in plenty of nursing homes. I've seen how it is. I see how it goes. The visitation from family members is the only thing these people live for. They live for that, okay? They also live for activities, to, get together. The people will come in and play instruments for them, or they'll have, excuse me, like bingo and those type of things, all right? Hey, Open House, Texas. An article came out telling people to keep their vaccine card in a safe place because they will need it to get into most places in the future. Yeah, you know what? And again, that's if we allow that to happen. See, there's the point of that right there. That's if we allow that to happen. If enough of us say no more, this is it, we're stopping this, it's not happening. That's the only thing that's going to change that. The only thing. So, again. So it's, yeah, that's craziness. That's absolute craziness. But anyway, so these poor folks for the last year could not have family members come in to these facilities. They would have, my sister told me that she would do window visits. So here's her poor mother sitting inside. They're outside the window, and that's the only way that they could visit them. No touching, no contact. And I'm going to tell you what, I want you to think about going a year. Think about going a year and having no hugs, no kisses, no kind of compassion or comfort from the people that you love and that you care about, number one. And then, yes, there's a lot of great aides and a lot of good nurses out there in these nursing homes that are probably hugging people and stuff like that. But they're having to do it in full gear, with a protective mask on and a face shield and everything like that. So that's not even close to being the same thing. Not even close. Okay. So you're having no skin to skin contact of any kind with anybody because you're not allowed to. So a lot of those folks died, in my opinion, loneliness. They felt like they're abandoned. They don't understand because there's a lot of confusion, and with dementia, and all those type of things, it's really, really hard on these folks. And so, yeah, no pet therapy. Yep, there's another one. Thank you, Teresa. That's a great point. Um, you know, but happy homesteader Ed. Today, I know of 2 people who died from the V after getting the second shot today. Wow. And there's a lot of that happening too. There is a lot of that happening too. And, Again, if you are perfectly healthy, you don't have any medical issues, I don't understand why you're going to do this. I don't understand it. And people are lining up because they can't wait. So, a GOP senator called the vac the mark of the beast. You know what? I'm not even going to feed into that delusion. I'll be honest with you. I'm not. Okay. I don't think that is that in any way, shape, or form. That's just my opinion. I'm just not buying into all that part of it. But what I do believe that it is something that is not good for us. That I do believe. Homestead Homeboy, North Carolina. What's up, brother? Thank you very much, man. Thank you for the donation and thank you for saying hello. So, but yeah, it's just there's so many things that it could be. We don't know. We're speculating. We're spitballing. We don't know. But again, when you have something, and this is just my opinion on this, okay? When they want to give you something that has aborted fetuses in it and heavy metals, which heavy metals we don't process out of our body, just so you know, just remember that one, okay? But we're supposed to say, oh yeah, sign me up and sticks this foreign substance in my body, and it's supposedly going to help me. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. If I'm healthy, and even the folks, and I want you to think about this too, even the folks that have already had it, that have antibodies built up from it, they want them to get it too. And the part that just blows me away more than anything else, and this is what I really truly do not understand. So you go ahead and you get it, but now you have it, you still have to wear your mask, and oh yeah, by the way, you can still contact or get it as well. So why are you doing it? That's I just but the push is there, and it's like my stepson, and and I love the boy, love him to death, but he when he said, well, if I wear the mask, I wear it because it makes other people feel more comfortable. So again, you're just doing it to, pacify, other people. And that's happening all the time. And people are doing that for that reason. They're just going along to get along. And again, it makes no sense to me. But that's just my opinion on that. So I wanted to talk about, but again, getting back to the nursing home thing, you got all these poor folks that are dealing with that situation, and it's hard. And I think a lot of them are dying of loneliness. A lot of them are just giving up. They've had enough because they can't, because like Margie's mom used to say to her, well, why can't you take me out for lunch? And she's like, Mom, we can't because of the restrictions and stuff like that. So besides the fact that Cuomo sent all these sick people up to upstate New York, put them in these nursing homes, killing thousands of people, right? Thousands of people died after sick people were shipped up here and put in these nursing homes, and it went like crazy through these nursing homes because these are all the compromised people. I'm not ever going to say that it is not a real virus. I've never said that, not from day one. But what I'm saying is, if you are compromised, if you are a cancer patient or you're obese and you have breathing problems or whatever the case may be, if you're elderly, your immune system is not where it needs to be. And generally, that's what takes people out every year. They die because of a weakened immune system. Um, you know, Most likely, I'm going to tell you what. And this is, and I'm such a realist. It's unbelievable because that's just how I've always been. What will kill my mother will be a flu of some sort down the road, because she has, she's diabetic, she's overweight, she's a go-getter. Don't get me wrong, but she's always had breathing problems ever since she was a kid. She tried smoking and she thought she was going to die when she smoked, so she never smoked again after that. So she's always had problems every year, getting bronchitis. She gets every year got bronchitis. But here's the funny thing: this year she didn't get it. She didn't get it because she was here. Um, with the wood stove, it's drier, and I think that really helped her. And so mom didn't get sick this winter. Now last year, mom was sick, like 4 months. I mean, just straight. Before everything got crazy. like from November of the year before, like through March. She was sick for that entire period of time, and and now she's out here, and she didn't get sick this year. So I think that that's awesome. So our immunity is down due to the mask. Prairie Queen just said that. Wouldn't shock me. I think that definitely feeds into that as well. So there's so many things that are going on here that it's crazy. And I remember asking you that because did you notice this year she's doing so good? Yes, Julie, I think you did. Yep, and that's exactly what I think. It's the beer. Yes, yes, higher quantities of beer have really helped Mom out. But no, in seriousness, she doesn't have the stress that she had before. It's a more peaceful environment, and that really, I think, feeds into that as well. If you're in a peaceful environment and things are mellow and quiet and relaxed, I think it makes it a big difference. And again, she's not, it's drier because of the wood stove and stuff like that. So that moisture and stuff that gets into her lungs and always caused her problems, that hasn't been there. So that's a good part of it too, I think. So really quickly, guys, I'm going to ask for another thumbs up. We got 1,000 people 1,100 people in the chat. We are at 316 on the thumbs up. So if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I'm going to ask you to do that to show support for the channel. And thank you ahead of time for doing that. I do appreciate it. Also, it really does help with the algorithms as well. And, it really pushes us up higher in the ranking. So thank you for that one as well. Hold on one second. I want to read this comment. Speed X's, Ed, have you read The Secret Covenant? It's about a 10-minute read. Please read it since you're one of the shepherds. Okay, I will definitely read it. Thank you for that, and I appreciate it. So anyway, and thank you for the donation as well. I do appreciate that as well. So, but also, again, a third reason is I like to see a lot of thumbs up, so I would ask you to do it for that reason as well. Again, if you're not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to please subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. So really quickly, I want to... Trolls are unscrupulous fakes causing trouble. We do not post personal info on ourselves. Oh, somebody's trying to get you to post personal info? Yeah, don't do that on here. Don't do that on here. So what you want to do with it, like a private email with somebody, is totally different, but be careful. That's all I would say for people. So okay, real quickly, I want to talk about my website, preppernurse1.com. We have 5 days left of the sale. The sale for the legacy freeze-dried food is going to end on the 7th. Okay, so if you go to my website, preppernurse1.com, you'll click on store. It'll drop down. It'll say legacy foods. If you decide you want to make a purchase of the freeze-dried foods, when you check out, 20% will come off your order. So that can end up adding up to be a decent savings. So definitely take advantage of that. Again, GMO free, largest portion size of any of the other freeze-dried food companies. It is made in the USA, and all those type of things. It's good stuff. Like I said, I have it myself. I will show you once again in my preps myself. So there's Max. There's Lucy, and then we got down here, I think, yeah, that's Buddy. I mean Caesar, sorry. Buddy did come in, I believe. So, but anyway, so there's the cat sighting and dog sighting all in one as well. So, but anyway, definitely take advantage of that. Also on my website, we have the Forefathers, which is the CBD and hemp store. You'll see their logo on the website if you go to preppernurse1.com. If you click on that, it will take you to their store. If you decide to make a CBD or hemp purchase over there, on their website, make sure that you use the discount code preppernurse1 when you check out over there, and you'll save yourself 15% on your order. Okay. I got my legacy, and it's pretty tasty. Yeah, I mean, it's really good. I mean, I've done reviews on it on this channel, so I like it. So that's why I recommend it. Again, I'm not going to get behind any product that I don't believe in. That's just the way I am. I've always been that way, and you guys know that, I'm not trying to sell every little trinket, trying to make any kind of dollar that I possibly can. I'm involved with Legacy Freeze Dried Foods, and I'm involved with Forefathers, which is the CBD and hemp products, and I believe in both of them. So, there we go. So anyway, um, let's get back to what we were talking about. But I feel bad for Margie. She was really upset today. So I have to go. They're doing the showing, I think, on Monday at the nurse or funeral home. And then the service is like the next day, but I'm probably not going to go to the service, to be honest with you, because she was Catholic, and they're going to be doing a church service, and I'm not down, so it's not going to happen there. But anyway, but that's okay. I mean, I'll go and I'll show and pay my respects, and then I'll get to see my other sister. So I haven't seen her in a while, but that's how it goes. But no, so anyway, so Margie, now that her mom is gone, she just re-upped her lease for another year where she's at. It will give her time to get things squared away down here. My sister Margie's mom passed away. That's who passed. Chicken Noodle asked who passed. Yeah, her mother was 94. So Margie obviously is my half sister. So uh, we share the same dad. So who's also gone, but that happens as well. But anyway, you know, with everything that's happening, guys, like I said, for me personally, I just think that, we have to make a decision of when we decide to put that line in the sand and say enough is enough, because there's a lot more of us than there are them. Oh, South Carolina said Nomads. Yes, just saw your shirt, Ed. Yeah. Okay, so those of you, if you're curious, all right, this is 81 Hell's Angels. I have a friend of mine sent me up some support T-shirts for the Nomads out of Maryland. Okay, so I wear the shirt because I don't care. If people like it, that's fine. If they don't like it, that's fine too. So just so you know, I'm going to tell you what. Anybody that rides, I support anybody that rides. That's just the way I am. So that's what I pulled out today, and that's what I put on, and so there we are. So. Since SHTF will most likely hit the cities first, does the Angry Prepper have an escape route to your place? I actually have talked with him about that, and I believe he has some other options that he can go to, and but him and I have talked about that, and I told him that he was welcome here. I like the Angry Prepper. I think the Angry Prepper is a good dude. So I absolutely have respect for him. And so, yes, I have talked to him about that. And so, if he came here, he would be welcome with open arms. That's where I'm at with that. Oh, he could bring his wife and his kids, and yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I would have no problem. My dad was an outlaw. It's all good. Yeah, you know what? And I wish this is what I really truly wish. I wish the biker community, and especially the 1% community, would work together instead of fighting against each other. Same type of thing. Law enforcement wants them to all be fighting against each other because, again, if they got organized, scary, scary stuff. They would control a whole lot. So they would control a whole lot if they actually work together instead of fighting each other and killing each other, which is not a good thing. So, but yeah, like I said, anybody that watches this channel knows I love to ride. I ride as much as I possibly can. We got some good days coming up, and I definitely will be taking advantage of that. I'm not going to lie. So but it's yeah. But BC Canada in the house, very nice. Yeah, I feel bad for you guys up there. They're locking you guys down again. I think it's a tactic. It's being used. I love when they're saying, the more people that they get then we can get back to normal. Well, according to who? With their, like, again, to me, I have a real problem with, are they being honest or are they being dishonest? I mean, how many of you out there honestly think that, did you ever get to ride yet? Oh yeah, I've been out. I've been out quite a few times already. Quite a few times already. I went down last Thursday and picked Heather up, and Heather and I did about a 200-mile ride. So yeah, I've been riding. I probably won't go out tomorrow because I want to get some things done. I may go out for a little bit on Sunday, and ride a little bit on Sunday. But I'm just gonna basically base it on the weather, and but I want to get things done too. So I got if I get my work done, if I work for a few hours and get some things done, it's way in my mind I justify. Okay, now I can go and play. So but they will have another agenda. Nano Bad said, I at the end of the day, it always comes down to three things. Always power, control, and money. It's what it always comes down to. And if they can get enough people on board and buying into whatever agenda they're pushing, or scaring you into it or bullying you into it, just like with Joshua, and I'm going to keep referring to that because we had this conversation, him and I did, and one of the main reasons that he wanted to get it so he could go to his sister's wedding, and I'm just like, dude, really? you know, um, hold the reception someplace else then, or whatever. You know what I mean? Choose a different venue where you don't have to, you know, it's just like, where like New York State, if you have more than XYZ number of people and they're not vaccinated, then you can't, you know, who are they to tell you what you can and cannot do? That's what just, it blows me away. Um, it's just like with when Christmas was here and they were telling people, don't go be with your families, don't spend time with your families. When they're telling people, if you haven't been, given then you can't be around your grandchildren and all this nonsense. I mean, it's nonsense, absolute, complete, and utter nonsense. And people are just buying into it. Like there's people that literally have said, if their mom and dad doesn't get it, they're not going to be able to see their grandchildren. And I think that that's horrible. That manipulation is that strong and that bad that that's what people are going to do. A lot of peer pressure, going on right now as well. I believe we are witnessing the dumbing down of society. Oh, that's been going on, Brandy Baldwin, for a long time. A long time. Canada's leader is now called Marie Antoinette, our French queen in drag. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, him and Biden, both very, very weak. I'm going to tell you what. Let's talk about some concerns. Let's talk about some really major, major concerns. Okay, the games China is playing with Taiwan right now. Oh yeah, who happens to be our ally. The games that they're playing with the Philippines. Oh yeah, again, who happens to be our ally. Also with Japan encroaching and stuff like that. Again, our ally. Also, Russia building up on the border with Ukraine, right? Oh, yeah, by the way, again, our ally. Hey, Billy Thompson, do you think the stuff that happened today in D.C. was planned? And if there was more to come, and prayers for the officer involved in that one passed? We'll talk about that in a second. I do want to talk about that. Now, that doesn't fit the agenda, okay, because it was, a black man who actually was a Muslim, I believe, or something to that effect. I believe he was, and that did that. Again, the insanity of people in being pushed to that point where they do those type of things. Again, all of that, and I truly believe, like that event that happened in Washington D.C. today. And again, yes, the officer that died, the other officers in the hospital injured. I believe they probably got hit by the car, because when he came out of the car, with a knife and he lunged at the officers and they shot and they killed him. Other officers did, but I think he ran into the two with the barricade thing. But you are having people that are getting so amped up and so charged up because of all the stuff that's going on, okay, that people are ready to snap all the time. And that's why I say a lot of times, if you need to, step away, turn his stuff off. I literally, like, I will have days where I'm like, I don't want to deal with this nonsense. It's out there, what's going on today. and I'll just work on my property and not pay attention to the news or any of that type of stuff. But unfortunately, we still have to pay attention to what's going on. Again, so are they going to try to ban cars now? Yes, because cars are unsafe. So we definitely should do that, so it's just, there is a lot of very unstable people out there, unfortunately, that they're feeding into everything going on, and the hatred, and like I said, the hatred for police now. There's good cops, there's bad cops, always going to be that way. In any profession that you get into, there's going to be good and bad, but I think that the good cops outweigh the bad cops, and that's just my opinion. I'm giving you my opinion. I've talked and dealt with a lot of police officers, and I really haven't had, and even in a traffic stop situation. Now, have I got some that straight out lied, like the one, and I've told a story where I was behind him, and he said I had my high beams on behind him when I didn't. But I was on my way to work, and he pulled over, and then I went by him, and he pulled me over. I mean, he was fishing. Absolutely 100% fishing, but that happens. There's nothing you can do about that. You're going to get those guys, and if he's had a bad day and he's got a bug up his butt, he can make you have a bad day. It's what happens. So real quick, I'm going to ask again. We're at 11:58 in the chat. We're at 498 on the thumbs up. If you have not shot a thumbs up yet, please shoot a thumbs up to show support for the channel, and thank you ahead of time for doing that. Also, it really does help with the algorithm. So the more interaction that we have, be it comments, be it thumbs up, thumbs down, obviously we'd rather see thumbs up. It really does help with push us up higher in the rankings. So I appreciate that as well. Third reason, like to see a lot of thumbs up, being honest. So again, if you're not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to please subscribe. Make sure you have the bell, hit the bell icon to get all notifications as well. Ed, they said they will come in July for the kids if this BS is only to get the Jen Boyle to get that. I'm not sure what you mean. I haven't seen that. I have not seen that. Mark Webb says Biden is going to get us into a war with the Ukraine. Well, that's, and that's what I was going to say. There's the buildup of Russian troops on the Ukraine border. They're having their issues. And so, they're saying, oh yeah, we strongly back, the Ukraine. Well, do we need to get into a war? So, all right, let's do this real quick, guys. Egg count yesterday ended up being 13 yesterday. So I know I said in a video, I said 12, but when I went back out and checked, there was another egg. So I ended up with 13 eggs yesterday out of 15 hens, which shocked me because yesterday's weather just absolutely sucked. And it was cold again today. So what is everybody's guess today? What do you guys guess for an egg count? All right. If you had the same exact guess as Ruth Phillips, if you had the same guess as Ruth Phillips with 9 eggs, we ended up with 9 eggs today. So you know what? I am not complaining about that in any way, shape, no matter what. They're laying steady. No complaints at all. And again, the last 2 days have been cold. They're not been pleasant days. So, but yeah, they nice and steady. And like I said, I was shocked. 13 was the highest count that we had. That was yesterday that we've had so far this year. So that was pretty cool. And then to come back today and lay another 9, yeah, that was neat. And today, Thick Neck did not lay an egg. So somebody asked me why I called her. They asked me in the comments. I'll address it here. Why do I call her Thick Neck? She's an anaconda, and they're called an Easter egger, and their feathers on their neck are thicker than a normal chicken's for whatever reason, and so she, that's why I call her Thick Neck. So I have will Harris turn over the federal child trafficking situation in the southern border this week? That whole situation down there, that's a thing. Where did I get the mug? Oh, that's awesome. Oh, this mug, actually, guys, this mug was sent to me by Mountain Girl up in Maine. And she sent me this last year, and I love this mug. I always say I'm going to drink from this mug in the halls of Valhalla one day. So that hopefully that answers your question. I didn't buy it; it was a gift. So, but I don't know where she got it. So, but I guess if you Googled skeleton mugs, I'm sure it would come up. Let's see. Oh, on Monday it should be okay, Heather Parker. I will definitely check that out. Yep, I will definitely check that out. Thank you. Uh, yeah, right. Egg count for Easter will be 0 because the chickens will be hiding them. Right. But no, so I have a bunch of different kind of chickens. Um, so yeah, it's just like Goliath is a barred rock. Um, the white ones. God, I can't think of what they're called. Absolutely going blank on what the white ones are called. But they're pretty cool, and that's where Foghorn Leghorn. He's one of those, and then I have those hens. I have 5 of those hens, and they're no joke. Those girls are no joke. So my new ones, the new babies that I got, 8 of those are the white ones, and then I have 8, and I can't think of the or 7 of the other kind because one of those ones didn't make it. Do you have any problems with lice in the chicken coop? I have not. Nope, I have not had any problems with lice in there at all. So, yeah, Biden is the only person certified to hide his own eggs for Easter. It is very, very difficult to watch him give a speech and fumble over his words and make no sense and then just get completely lost when he's talking. And he's reading a teleprompter. I want you guys to remember that as well. So all he's got to do is pay attention to the teleprompter. Kind of scary, kind of scary. So we'll see what happens with that down the road. I already have made my prediction on that, and I definitely see that happening. With everything, like I said, with the situation with China, flexing the way that they are, and you have, Russia flexing the way that they are, you know, they know what we're dealing with as far as our government right now. They know we're weak. We don't have strong leadership. Absolutely do not have strong leadership. And, we have a cancel culture in our country. As soon as you disagree with somebody, they're going to cancel you. It's scary. It's really, really scary. So, yeah, the anaconda eggs are beautiful. Oh, yeah, they're like a greenish blue. Yep. So I wish I had more of her kind. If I could have gotten more of her kind, I would have. I'm done right now, though. I'm not getting any more chickens after these ones because I still have my 5 Rhode Island Reds as well, and so they will. By the time the other girls get big enough to go on the other side, then they'll go out on that side. So what are they distracting from? Yeah, that's there's always. I don't know. It's hard to. I don't know. It's tough. I mean, you watch what's going on and you watch in disbelief in the way that people are just going along to go along, that's amazing. So to me, number one, especially with our history as Americans of not taking any crap or putting up with any crap. And again, there's a lot more of us than there are of them. So when you have the powers that be are dictating from their thrones, telling us what we can and cannot do, and here's the other part of that kills me. And then they go ahead and do whatever they want to do. Okay, they do whatever they want to do. It's just like De Blasio, down in Times Square, telling people, making sure people weren't there, and then he's dancing with his wife, at Times Square. So how is that okay? It amazes me. You have, they're in the parks doing what they want to do in the parks when they tell everybody else not to go in the parks. They're having family over or they're traveling when everybody else is told not to. So, hey, Sherry Glenn, are you planning anything in your raised beds this year? Oh, absolutely. No, the raised beds will definitely be utilized. I won't plant the raised beds until the end of May. We plant Memorial Day weekend outside. So yes, I absolutely They are just wearing people down. Sheep to the slaughterhouse. That's from the Doogie's guitars. Yeah, you know what? I can't disagree with that. And that's what they're doing. They're wearing people down. Um, but no, I will definitely be planning a lot outside this year. But like I said, up here in New York, we don't plan outside until the end of May. That's when we plan outside. So I will have plants going like crazy in the greenhouse. I do plan on leaving a lot of plants in the greenhouse, but I definitely will be doing that. And, once we get into the warmer weather, all those windows will be open, the fans will be going, so it won't be as hot in there. Hopefully that'll circulate it better. And so that's, a good thing too. So, but yeah, you wait and see what we do this year with the gardening. Like I said, I do plan on planting more fruit trees this year. I'm going to go down. I actually got to go down to Lowe's and see about getting more of the mature blueberry bushes and stuff like that as well. So, yeah, employers are being bullies about getting it. You're absolutely right. Deborah Perry just said, yes, they're definitely being bullies. And again, see, this is what I have a problem with. Like a lot of these jobs, and they're telling people you have to have this to keep your job. Why? Why is that so important? I mean, in the medical field, I mean, they really, really pushed, the flu thing every year. They really pushed that one, and so, when I was able to step away and not do that anymore, it was just such a relief because, then I didn't have to. Now, when I did home care, I never did it in home care. Not one time did I ever do it in home care. So there was, when I was working and I did nursing home work, the last couple of years that I did nursing home work, unfortunately, I did do it because I wasn't going to wear a mask for 6 months out of the year. Pretty funny, right? And so, yeah, that was, that was why. But yeah, whatever happened to my body, my choice. Exactly, Pam M. I agree with you 100%. And again, yeah, the employers are taking the orders from higher ups. Yep, they sure are. And again, you got to remember how strong is a manipulation from the powers that be. The people, what you don't understand it, and I think, well, maybe you guys do because you're pretty smart people, but you know, the people that really run this country is big pharma, the insurance companies, big oil, and the electric companies. That's who runs this country. And if you think I'm wrong on that, go see where the lobbyists are pushing their agendas of what they want for whatever one of those groups to get what they want. Okay. Biden shut down that pipeline, which was it was a perfectly safe pipeline. The reason he did it, as we all know, huge donations from a certain individual, right, that controls the railroads and had all the oil being shipped on the railroads. So they didn't want that pipeline because it would have cost him billions of dollars down the road. So he could afford to invest millions and millions of dollars into that campaign because now, bam, he gets what he wants right away. And it was one of the first things that Biden did was shut that down. And it wasn't for environmental reasons. So don't even kid yourself on that. If you have a side effect and your employer makes you get that, can you sue the employer? Again, Gene, you know what? You can't. I don't think so because, there is there's no liability. Hey, Amy Bennett, thank you very much for the donation. I do appreciate that. And thank you for the heart. I appreciate that as well. It's very nice of you. Thank you. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Like I said, with everything going on, you watch what's happening. Like, okay, so right now in Canada, they're doing another shutdown for a month. That's already amping up over in Europe as well. They're going to do it here as well. States are opening up. They're saying no more mask mandates. Those things are happening. They're going to, in my opinion, artificially inflate the numbers to do another scare tactics, to orchestrate another shutdown so that they can finish destroying the economy, which is in dire straits as we speak anyway. And then they can actually really push the agenda to get people to comply so that they can get their way. I think it's all part of it. I think it's all part of it. And it comes down to, what are you willing to do? What are you willing to allow? Like I said. And so, I mean, I'm fortunate, and I'll be 100% honest. I'm very, very fortunate where, I do YouTube full time. So I don't have to answer to, other than having to watch what I say on here so that I don't get another strike, other than that. But, I don't have to worry about somebody saying, well, in order to do YouTube, you need to get your, and I'm like, yeah, no. So I don't have to worry about that part of it. So that's a nice feeling. I'm sure if I was still working in the nursing field, that they would be pushing that pretty hard. I still wouldn't do it. So, but Arkansas passed a no mask mandate, but people are still wearing them. Yeah, that's kind of nuts. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't get shut down. We're actually doing pretty good, so we're 55 minutes in, which is a good thing. Guys, again, we're at what, 11:56 in the chat. We're at 560 or 586 on a thumbs up. Again, if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I'm going to ask you to do that, because we're really down on thumbs up today for some reason. I don't know why. But again, please shoot a thumbs up to show support for the channel. I really would appreciate if you would do that. Again, it really does help with the algorithms as well. So the more interaction that we have, the better it is for the channel. So I ask you for that reason as well. And thank you ahead of time. And also, of course, the third reason is I do like to see a lot of thumbs up. So thank you for that as well. So also, again, if you're not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe, and hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. Rob Price said some people are actually afraid, though. Oh, a lot of people are afraid. A lot of people are afraid, because it's like, you got to understand, television, and we're not even going to use the internet. We're not even talk about the internet. We'll just talk about television, okay? They don't call it programming for nothing. And when you have, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all lining up and doing as they're told, and basically, anybody that has a dissenting opinion, anybody that, and don't get me wrong, is there false information going around out there? Of course there is. That's, that absolutely happens, okay? But again, what happened to the illusion, I guess is the right word, of free will and free choice? Why is it not okay for me to state my opinion? And as soon as I state my opinion, then they come after me because, I'm not going by what the guidelines are, or whatever excuse it is used. That's a problem. That is a problem. Yeah, so the infrastructure package, I think that somebody sent me something that like only 5% of the infrastructure package is actually going to infrastructure. Does that make any kind of sense at all? If you're going to do an infrastructure package, 100% of it should be going to infrastructure, not continuously bailing out states. I don't get that either. I don't understand that. Oh, I just meant that's why you will see a lot of masks on. Yeah, well, because people are afraid, absolutely, and so they will do that because of that. So. I looked it up. Dying from the vac will not invalidate life insurance payout. I didn't think that it would, because they're not going to say that it was from that. They're not going to say that. Because it's like they definitely, and those numbers have absolutely been suppressed. They're not being put out there to show people that, hey, there's a chance, and that's why I have a real hard time with somebody who is perfectly healthy, that has no health issues at all, getting this. Because why would you take that chance that it could have some adverse effect on you, which it has on some people? Obviously, we know that. Why would you do that? That makes no sense. Like I said, I don't know. I just don't get it. But and that's a great point. Blue collar prepper just said, mask or no mask, it doesn't matter, right? Because if you're going to get it, you're going to get it. A virus is a virus. It gets out there. If you happen to come in contact with it, and again, it's looking for a host that is compromised. And if it gets on you, and let's say you get, or not gets on you, but if you get it and you're not compromised, there's a lot of people that have beaten it. So the truth hurts you. You're obsessed with eggs. I love my, that's been fun. That's just absolutely fun. Actually, I gave away 4 dozen eggs today. So, yeah. So I have certain people that I give eggs to all the time. And, but somebody was actually Greg was saying to me today, he goes, man, when them other hens start laying, he goes, what are you going to do with all those eggs? I said, well, I'll just keep giving them away. This is absurd. Do the math. We got herd immunity in August of 2020. You know, you know, I just this is what I'll say as far as any of that goes. Do I believe that there is an agenda? Absolutely, I think there's an agenda. Do I trust big pharma? No, I do not. Many reasons why. I've talked about it many, many times. Yeah, you can get the virus through your eyes. Exactly, Brenda Queen. Yep, you can. Absolutely. So, hey, Patriot James. Hey, Ed, my doc ain't going to jab, and I'm not taking it. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. There and that's the other thing too. It's like you go to these doctor's appointments for checkups or whatever the case may be, and they're really pushing it. Now I haven't been to the doctor in forever now already. So actually, at the moment, I don't even have a doctor. So, but I so rarely get sick. And if I got like the flu or whatever, I would just stay home anyway. So. Did you get your chicks from Tractor Supply? Thinking of getting 10 more Rhode Island Reds. Yes. Yep. Big Bear Preps, that's where I got my chicks from. And the 5 that I have in the house right now, those are my Rhode Island Reds. Yep. And they were sexed, so they were hopefully, and they should be, all girls. So, but yeah, that's, yeah, I wanted to get some of them just because they're a nice hardy bird and they handle things well and they just lay. So, that's does anybody water glass eggs? Maybe Ed should try it. I know how to actually make eggs last for a long period of time. You can actually use if you want to take mineral oil, you'd never wash the egg, so when you collect it, it's got that coating on there from the mother, and then you just basically dip that into mineral oil. 6 months, it'll last 6 months. But again, I give my eggs away. If I'm not, if Mom and Becky needs eggs, they obviously have as many as they want. I have as many as I want, and then, like I said, then I give eggs away. So that's what I do, and so it just works out, really, really well that way. And so I never had to I'm not like storing up hundreds of eggs because I don't need to. My chickens lay nice and steady. Even in the wintertime, we had, obviously we had some days that it didn't lay very much at all. But, generally in the winter, we're getting maybe 3-4 eggs a day, even, in crappy weather. So, but yeah, and let's put it like this. If it's an SHTF event, guys, we're going to have eggs. We're going to be good to go. It's going to put us again in a situation where we're going to have an advantage over a lot of other people. And the cool thing with that, and and having roosters, I could incubate eggs or to make more chickens, and that would be absolutely what we would do. So I mean, you plan ahead, you just do the best you can, and then you go from there and you see what happens. Some eggs taste fishy. Why? I no idea. I've never had an egg that tasted fishy. I'm going to definitely tell you there's a major difference between store-bought eggs and homegrown eggs. A huge difference. The taste and the difference is unbelievable. So, yeah, possums don't kill ducks and chickens. No, possums, they possums are, they eat bugs and all that type of stuff. They don't go after chickens or ducks or stuff like that. I mean, you got to worry about fishers. You got to worry about raccoons. You got to worry about, coyotes, fox, In some places, depending on where you are, snakes can get in there. So yeah, they'll eat the eggs. Yeah, they could absolutely. They'll eat eggs. Why wouldn't they? So yeah, Mrs. T just said that. Yeah, absolutely. They would eat eggs in a heartbeat. But they're not going to kill the chickens. So, but you'll have somebody talk. I'm trying to think, what was it that got in? Something got in to the hen house and like killed 30 of their chickens, something like that. We haven't had one chicken that hasn't laid an egg since the Drenchco storm here in Iowa. Wow. Okay. That's good that you've been getting them. That's nice. Once in a while we get a double yoker, Bryce. Yep. Once in a while we get a double yoker. It's kind of neat when that happens. I've had some of these freaking eggs are enormous too. Some of the eggs, so I think maybe they didn't lay for a day and then it just kind of got bigger. But once in a while I'll get a double yoker. So real quickly, I want to mention a few channels. Okay, I always like to do it, obviously. So Sean James, My Self Reliance up in Canada. He is now, I think they sold their other property. He is now at the new property full time, and they're working on that. And he's unbelievably cool to watch. Very, very smart guy. Great builder. Very, very down to earth. Love his channel. My other buddy up in Canada, Ickycan, Ickycan. Definitely go to his channel. Show him some support. Show him some love. He gets building this year. You're going to see some really cool things too because he is a great builder as well. And I think he does plan on doing some building this year. So definitely go show him some support too. Bizariza Jizza, another channel like my boy. Real good channel. Show him some support. He's got a really cool EMP series going on right now. He did another series before that. Definitely listen to both of them. A lot of good information, makes you think, and that's what it's all about. It's always about making you think, and that's what you want to do. So definitely go show him support as well. JJ, if you would throw his channel up there for people can see the link as well, I would appreciate that. Marfugal News out on the West Coast. I love Adam. You guys know that. So, hey, Patriot James, sorry to stick to this topic. Why is there mass vaccine distribution, but your own doc isn't going to get it? My doc is real concerned on the, hold on a second, on the temperature that it has to be kept and too damn quick to the market. Yeah, I think again with the different doctors, some are doing it, some aren't. Some nurses are doing it, some aren't. Again, it's just like the regular population. Don't think that the people lining up like they say are lining up to get it or getting it. I don't think the numbers are as high as they are. I really don't. And I think that's one of the reasons why they're pushing so hard to do it. The temperature thing is bizarre to me. I don't understand that either because it's like as soon as you inject that into somebody, now, our bodies are 98 degrees. So, I don't know. It's, but yeah, don't believe the propaganda. Don't believe that, people are just lining up and can't wait to get it because they wouldn't be pushing it so hard if so many people were actually lining up to get it. So keep that in mind as well. So, Murph is how I found you a few years back, Ed. Jane Doe Let just said that. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad you're still sticking around. Yeah, he's, like I said, I like Adam as well. Good guy. Different. He does a different thing than I do, which is fine. It doesn't make it right or wrong. It's just different. But I think that it's really cool to have a different perspective of things. Obviously, the Angry Prepper down in New York City, love him too. Good dude. So definitely go show him some support as well. The Magic Prepper is another good channel. Canadian Prepper, Alaska Prepper. There's so many guys. There's so many channels. The Prepper Nurse One. Yes, let's show support there. I went to say Southern Prepper One. That's what I was thinking of. But love his stuff too. Very, very smart guy again. The one thing I think you're going to see in common with a lot of people that the different channels, they may have a different way of approaching things. They may have a different way that they do stuff, and that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think the one thing that you're going to see more than anything else with all these channels that they're going to have in common, they're going to encourage you to prep. They're going to encourage you to get ready. to take care of your business. And I think that that's a really, really good thing, a really good thing. And I think that that's what we should be doing too as well. We should definitely be doing that. So getting ready. The unknown is a scary thing. Obviously, we just never know what's going to happen. So again, SHTF does not have to be a worldwide event. Doesn't have to be. SHTF could be something that affects your family directly, affects you directly, health wise, death in the family, whatever the case may be. Those things definitely play into that. So those are things that, yep. 80K man just said failure to prepare is preparing to fail. Exactly. And remember the SEAL motto: 2 is 1, 1 is none. So that's another one as well. Stryker said, if you want to speak to Ed, send money. Wrong, Stryker. Nice try, though. So, if you were paying attention today, I answered a lot of comments that there was no donation from, but thank you very much for trying to, trying to stir the pot. But good try. Again, this is the stuff that I find amusing. So childish, but that's okay. It happens. It's illegal to say you have a cure for it, no matter how good it works. Doesn't that tell you about the state of things? Oh, exactly. That's from Dark Skies. That's 100%. If they figure out a way, it's just like with running vehicles. They have the technology to run cars on water and all those type of stuff. Okay, but the automobile industry bought all that technology, and then they sit on it because they want to keep it going. Big oil, I'm sorry, does that. Big oil does that because they want to sit on it because they want to keep making that money off of oil. If they could figure out a way to do that and mass produce it, we don't need oil for gasoline anymore. So how many people would lose billions and billions of dollars? So that's why they do what they do. So. Oh, he deleted it, Melissa Vincent. He said, yeah. Well, that's, like I said, people, they want to play games. So, hey, James White, Washington State, 102 reinfection 2 weeks after the shot. Several died. Guess it didn't work. Well, and this is the thing that kills me more than anything else. Thank you very much for the statement, sharing that information. And thank you for the donation as well. What kills me more than anything else is they want you to get this, but even though you get it, you still have to have a mask and you still may get infected. That makes no sense. No sense. So, but yeah, of course it's experimental. It's not FDA approved. It's not FDA approved. It's an emergency release is what it was. So that, that's why, to me, I would rather err on the side of caution. That's the way I'll put it. So, but hey, Patriot James, my father said they were using propane cars back in the 60s. Oh, I believe that. Yep, I believe that. And again, they've also, like I said, I've seen them, with using water. That's been done as well. And like I said, they killed it, absolutely killed it, because it's like, they bought all that from the people that created it, and then they just killed it, put it up on a shelf, because again, they don't want that out there. So. Rob Price says experimental equals can't force anyone to take it. Well, they're sure trying. They're sure trying. John Fort Wagner says, don't want to be a lab rat. They can keep the cheese. Exactly. Yeah, but you can get a donut. You can get a donut if you get it. Krispy Kreme was doing that? That you came when you had your proof that you got it, you got a donut? I'm like, really? Oh, yeah, wow, what an incentive. What was it, Kroger and the other grocery stores were given like 2 hours of pay? Wow, yeah, that's going to make me really want to go out there and put a foreign substance in my body. Yeah, I don't think so. Sorry that I think for myself. You know, this is just what I do. It's a weird concept these days, I know. All right, well, let's do this, guys. I'm going to ask again for another thumbs up. We're at 1,000 people still in the chat. We're at 708 on a thumbs up. So if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, please do so to or show support for the channel. I appreciate that. Hey, Jackie C, thank you very much for the donation, hon. I appreciate that. It's very kind of you. Thank you. Again, it really does help with the algorithms as well. So the more interaction we have, the better it is for the channel. So let's see if we can get this up to over 800 before we jump off here. We're at 727 on those thumbs up. So please shoot that thumbs up to help the channel. I appreciate it. Of course, the third reason, I do like to see a lot of thumbs up. Hey, Patriot James. They ain't going to be crap on the plate and tell me it's a brownie. Oh, they're not going to crap on a plate and tell me it's a brownie. Yeah, I hear you. Well, you know, when you think for yourself, it's a lot easier. It makes it a lot easier. So, all right, so let's do this, guys. We are Legion because we are many. We are all over the country. We're all over the world. We're a huge family, a huge network of people. Where is everybody from tonight? Let's do that real quick. And let's keep those thumbs up going. Let's see if we can get that close to 800 before we jump off of here. We have Hudson, Florida, Wisconsin, Missouri, London, BC, Canada, Grand Island, Nebraska, Southwest Florida, Southwest Ontario, Canada, Kentucky, Apollo, Pennsylvania, Eastern Oregon, let's see, Ontario, Canada. We have Washington, I believe the state of, this is going real fast. Let's see, Western New York, Montana, Kingman, Arizona, Dayton, Ohio, Mesa, Arizona, Texas, Endicott, New York, Mississippi. We have Central North Carolina, Southeast Iowa, Amarillo, Texas, Boston, Mass. We have Rhode Island, the UK, excuse me, Oregon, South Australia, Ontario, Canada, Northeast Ohio, Wisconsin, Mississippi, Pennsylvania again, Millsburg, Ohio, Southern Ohio, let's see, small town, Indiana, Raleigh, North Carolina, let's see, St. Louis, Missouri, Long Island, New York, New Jersey, Beech Grove, Indiana, Madison, Wisconsin, Vancouver, Canada, Texas, Arkansas. We have Nevada City, California, Arkansas, South Texas, Anderson, California, Eastern Oregon, Georgia, Nova Scotia, Gatlin, Pennsylvania, Ulster Park, New York. We have Des Moines, Iowa, Parkland, Florida, UP in Michigan, Upper Peninsula, obviously, Texas, Oklahoma line, St. Pleasant, North Carolina, Detroit, very nice, West Virginia, northeastern Pennsylvania, Cape Cod, Northeast Georgia in the mountains, Indiana, Tennessee, Bear Run, Pennsylvania, Virginia, West Virginia, Morgan County, Ohio, Eastern Tennessee. So we got Idaho in the Panhandle. So we're all over the country, all over the world. We're a huge network of people. We have Melbourne, Australia there. So again, we're all over the place. And, you know, we are the ones that are getting ready. We continue to get ready, and we should continue to get ready. Who knows how much time we got, guys? And when the time comes, every one of us, I don't care how prepped up you are, how ready you are, or how ready you think you are, everybody's going to be like, oh, crap, I didn't see that coming. And that's what's going to happen, unfortunately. But just do the best you can. Give yourself any kind of advantage that you can possibly give yourself. And if you're prepped up even a little bit, it gives you an advantage over most of the people. And that's important to remember. Really, really important to remember. So I want to thank my moderators who are absolutely fantastic, who continue to keep the chat clean here stream after stream and keeping things squared away. I appreciate all of you, ladies and gentlemen, to do that for me. You guys are the best. And I do appreciate it. It is great. Thank everybody. I want to thank everybody for being here as well. You guys are awesome. Without you, we wouldn't be doing a chat, obviously. So it's nice to have a good, good stream and have things going well. And now look at this. We're going to get the whole stream in with no issues, which is awesome as well. Maybe it was the modem. I don't know. Who knows? But it was weird how when it would cut off, it was very, very bizarre. So, but anyway, um, healthcare and big pharma are set up to maintain uh, disease, not cure it. There's no money in the cure. You're 100% right. 100% right. Hey, Patriot James, never quit, never out of the fight. Exactly. Continue to drive on, continue to get ready. You never know what's going to happen, guys. So it's really, really important to just keep pushing that, okay? We're 17 away from 800. Let's get 800 thumbs up here, guys. Remember, guys, we are all in this together. That is important to remember, and I think some people don't get it. But we really, truly are. We're one race called the human race. And as soon as we can focus on that, we're going to be in much, much better shape. Also, remember to hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really important that we tell the people that we love and that we care about every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD. Step, thing, and day. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only person that can stop you from reaching your goals is you. That's it. Nobody else can stop you. You work methodically, make it happen, and things get done. It is amazing how that works. It really, really is. I hope everybody's doing great. I hope you have a great weekend. Have a great Easter as well. I'm going to see you guys on Easter Sunday as well. So we will talk then again, and hang in there. I'll see you all guys tomorrow, and we're gonna get some work done outside tomorrow. So probably be boring, but you might see some videos of me running a chainsaw again. So, and no, I am not a logger. All right, guys. I will see you all later. Have a great night. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.